We are live.
No way.
Wow, congratulations
really?
to the people. They're here.
Yo, get a good look at this. Chris, go ahead to camera one. Let the
let's
people
go big
see.
time. Let's go
camera
big time
one.
on this thing. Know what
Look
I'm
at
saying?
this thing.
Welcome to New Slick and Thick Studios, baby.
Hey! You guys have been waiting. You've been patient. Mick, these great people,
Bruh.
they've been so patient with us, man. First of all, I got to say.
It's worth it.
I got to say. The amount of people who have watched and listened and have been DMing and have been like, yo, what's going on? Where are the new episodes at? What's the deal?
I know, bro.
And we've wanted to tell you, but we haven't been able to tell you. There was some serious drama behind the scenes. There was negotiations. Look, a lot of shit happens when there's a lot of money involved.
You know what? Us, me, Gerard, you guys, we came out on top.
On top!
We came out on top.
Woo!
All right?
Dude, my man.
There's a bunch of
go.
tops up in here.
Let's go. Dude.
Ready to go topsy-turvy.
Welcome. Guys, we have our own dedicated studio. We're not renting out a studio.
Nah.
We're not using somebody's studio when they see fit to allow us.
Hell nah.
This is the Slick and Thick Studios. Bro,
Yeah.
Go back to camera one for the people, Chris. Look at this thing. Are you kidding me?
Come on, baby.
Yo!
Come on, baby.
Every week, twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week, your boys are going to be coming
we owe
to
them
you
some, bro.
live.
We owe them some.
From here, every single week from now in perpetuity.
Shit's about to get wild, too.
Yo, for all the people out there that listened, all you people that shared the clips, all you people that have helped us get to this point, this is yours, man. We love you so much. This is going to be our year. We can't thank you enough for your patience. Can't thank you enough for your support. And I'm going to tell you what, you know what we can,
that thing up.
You know what we can do? Because it's our own studio.
Yeah.
You know what we can do here?
Yeah.
We can put a little.
Do it, buddy. Yeah. Oh, you got that fuego going. Get a close up on G there. There you go, boy.
It's our studio.
I'm throwing in a hemp dip.
Hey!
Hemp dip. In my mouth.
Wow.
In the lip.
I'm excited.
Let's go, baby.
We got so much to get caught up on, man. We
Fuck.
basically, people think we've been taking a month off. We've been working our ass off getting this thing done.
We've been building this motherfucker.
It's unbelievable. I'm so excited for what the future holds, man. We got everybody's favorite producer, Christian's here with us. Christian.
What up? I'm back.
Oh, he's got his own mic.
Hey.
He's got a soundboard. Let the people know. Let the people
Soon
know.
to have a camera, hopefully.
Soon to have a camera.
Yeah. We still got things happening. But
you know.
hey, Christian, why don't you give peeps a little taste of that soundboard, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I had a person come up to me. They're a cross country trucker. Came up to me at a show. Was unbelievably. He was so cool, man. He said he listened to us for 6-7 hours every time he drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the podcast of the people. I love that dude to death. Shout out to TJ Peterson. Cool
What's up,
dude,
TJ?
man. We're doing something. Speaking of cool, if you're listening,
Hey, if you get anything cool in the back of that truck, you know what I mean? Let me know.
yeah, exactly. Some things fall off. Speaking of cool, me and you were going out to Vegas next week.
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing out in Vegas?
Going to the SHOT Show with Alex Witt of Battle Bars. Delicious Battle Bars. We're going to be at the Battle Bar tent. So if you're out in Vegas and are going to be at SHOT Show, come check us out. Our boy Dan Holloway's going to be out there too. So we got to go
Drinking Bros,
holler
Dan
at him.
Holiday, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Yeah.
We're doing, and it's not just fun, man. Dan's doing something on a charity that's near and dear to our heart, veteran suicides. So if you have a chance, if you're in Vegas and you want to do something, meet some cool people and do a cool thing, come check out the SHOT Show and check out the Battle Bars tent. Get yourself some awesome Battle Bars grub, and then also check out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be doing live podcasts from out there too.
We should. Hopefully, we got some really cool guests lined up. I don't want to speak out of turn, but there's
look. Even though there's a couple things we got to keep, under the vest still.
There is.
But we got a lot of exciting shit.
There's somebody that I'm excited about that has agreed to do our podcast out in Vegas. Can I say it? Because I'm very excited. I love this guy.
Who?
It's Master Ken. Master Ken.
Yeah. All right.
And I know comeback season is upon us. You may be able to learn a thing or two from Master Ken.
Right, true. No, all
Just
respect.
Keep an open mind.
No, come on, man. I recognize a master
there
when I see
has
one.
to be a reason why Christian's not doing split screen. As you're talking, it's on me. As I'm talking, it's on you.
You know.
Let's go, Christian.
He's just being a short Kang over there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? C-Dog.
All right, relax.
Speaking of short Kangs, well, we got a huge show. We got so much that we got to get caught up on. We're going to talk a little Vivek Ramaswamy dropping out. We're not. We're going to talk a little Donald and Nikki Haley.
Nah,
yeah,
no, not.
It's happening. We're going to talk we got beef. We got 10-year-old Redskins beef. The Redskins don't exist anymore, but the beef still does.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Jay Gruden and RG3 beefing it out on X, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah.
Speaking of Gruden, so John Gruden, former Super Bowl winner with the Bucks. Also, he was the Raiders coach before he got fired.
That's right.
He got busted emailing with the Redskins.
The Redskins. That's what it was.
And that's some of the beef between Jay Gruden and but he was talking to whoever the owner is, right?
No, I think it was
GM or something?
Bruce Allen, the president, is who I think it was, and they were just like bullshitting like friends back and forth. And Gruden swears that the things weren't racist. They were kind of racist. But also, if you're not a little racist, I feel like I can't trust you. What? No, nobody's not a little bit racist. There's just nobody. There's nobody on earth that's like not racist. And if you're not racist, if you're 100% not racist, you're the most racist of all. Because then you're keenly aware of your racism. You're like, this is so wrong. I can't be racist.
You're just hiding it.
Yeah. We've all been tribalized
I just
forever.
See one race. That's the human race. Give me that applause, Christian. Give me that applause. Thank you.
Oh, speaking of laughter, people have been badgering me about doing shows in Florida, in the South Florida area. Got a new room, going to be doing shows.
Yo, when you going to put up that freaking clip from your show when you were
hopefully
slaying,
now that the studio's done. Now that the studio's done, we'll get it up. I do owe you that one.
You do, bro.
That was
me,
funny.
Chase Sherman, and Christos Yagos.
Well, I'm hoping.
Roasted us, bro. G roasted us at his show. Roasted us.
I'm hoping Christos Yagos comes on one of the shows with me. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it like stand up there and do my hour once a week. I'm going to do it like a.
So you're going to do. I interrupt you. You're going to be doing a show down here in Florida once a week?
Yeah, in Boca. Every other week, every 2 weeks. A cool little room, very New York comedy style room.
When? What night?
We're going to be doing it every other Thursday out of Sad Man Comedy Club in Royal Palm. Yeah.
All right, where?
Interesting guy. Huh? I'm so stoked about this. I'm so stoked about this set. You look great. Everything looks great. I'm so stoked about this. That's true. I need all the help I can get, and we finally got it. We got some help around here. I got my anti-aging cream going.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna mention it.
Yeah,
you do look younger though.
I feel it's good. Shout out L'Oreal. Shout out French.
No free shout outs.
No, this is a very expensive shout out.
L'Oreal used to say your shit was tear free. I got that shit in my eyes. Didn't feel good.
No.
Nah.
Oh, do you remember those back in the day? This soap
with the little it was
Johnson
like a fish. It looked like a fish.
That's right.
Yeah.
How many
smell good.
How many people were washing their kids' faces just like deal with it?
Yeah, whatever. Well, don't be a baby. It says it's tear free.
Yeah.
Fucking baby.
I'm a big kid now. What was that one?
Fucking baby.
Fucking babies. Yeah.
I want to add that to the. You got to start. We're gonna start getting some like drops. You know what I mean, of us saying shit?
Oh, you know what we got to do? Since we're going live a little late here, why don't we start off with Mick's picks, and then we'll go to the other stuff after.
All right, well, it's right before the fight start. Should we get right into the fights?
Let's get right into the fights. That's what the people really want. That's what the people really want.
I'll pull them up.
Christian, we need to come up with like a cut to, like a Mick's picks.
Mick's picks. You can do that?
Picks.
Slick and dicks.
Mick's
Something like that?
On Slick and Thick.
All right, I'm going to do a run through on the card.
All right, let's rock.
I'm going to go bottom to the top.
You want Christian to read them out, or you going to got it?
I got it in front of me. All right. I'm going to go with Flick for the first fight. I'm going to go that's a Canadian losing. Gordon, the Canadian, I got him losing. I got Jasmine winning, the Canadian. I got Patterson winning. I got Jillian Robertson winning. shit, all those fights could be those first 4 fights could all be submissions too.
Canadian MMA is on the come up, huh?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. A lot of tough people out in Canada, man.
Sure.
All those hockey players, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you know what I mean? That's
tough guys.
Missing teeth, yeah.
Our boy Stefan Matteau.
Yeah, yo, another one of the guys I was training at bar with dropped a dude on the ice last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, I love it. Duhamey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he dropped some dude.
That's awesome.
I was like, fuck yeah, brother. Next one, we got Saidi Tavares. No pick on that one. Next one, I really like this fight. Charles Jourdain versus Sean Woodson. I like both these guys. I like you know what? I'm going with Woodson. He's a long little the St. Louis sniper. I'm going with him. Next one, I'm going Garrett Armfield, fighting that tough guy Katona, who's also Canadian. Then I'm going Arnold Allen. Then I'm going my boy Mark Barrios over Chris Curtis. That's a great fight though. I'm going Mike Malott over Neil Magny. I'm going Bueno Silva over Pennington. And then in the main event, I got 2 buddies, 2 guys I train with, 2 guys I'm friends with. So should I abstain?
People are going to think you're full of shit. But anybody who knows and watched us with the Drinker Bros win a big, big bet, you were the only guy that picked Sean Strickland.
And they tried over Izzy.
And they tried clowning you for it. And you were right. But I will also say this. Early on, when we were first getting to know each other, you told me about Sean Strickland. Before the world got to know Sean Strickland, everything you said about him, from the fighter to the person,
yeah, bro,
you were dead on.
Right?
You were so far ahead of the curve when it comes to Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I like Strick, man. He's a wild man.
That's why I said you shit. I send you shit sometimes. I was like, man, you're right. I do fuck with this guy heavy.
Yeah. Strickland's off the chain, man.
Yeah.
And I think he's good for like the sport. Like he's not that typical corporate guy.
Not at all.
This isn't a typical corporate sport. You know what I mean? It's this sport came up on outlaws and like, you know, cowboys and roughnecks. You know, brawlers. You know what I mean? And he's like a throwback to that.
Well, I remember you telling me, because my initial impressions of him were not positive. I thought he was, you know, but also that just goes to show you, you know, who the media says somebody is or whatever.
They try and portray people.
They really did. They
but if you listen to him too, he's about the same shit you're about.
Well, that's the thing. They made it out, and when I say they, it's only what I saw through the media. Yeah. They made him out like he was some kind of like dumb guy, like a thug. He's not stupid at all. He's an intelligent guy. He's well thought out. I've become a big Sean Strickland fan, and
I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, and it's just shocking because my first impressions of him, you were like, bro, that's not him at all. Not him at all. And then you were 2 years later, you were 100%. You've been ahead of the curve on Sean Strickland for so long. That being said, I think the police is pretty.
Bro, so
pretty tough customer.
Dreykus is he's a vanilla gorilla, bro. He's strong. He's explosive. You know, I feel like Sean's a little more polished.
They're gonna bang.
Even though people think, like, I remember like just training with Sean. It's like he's hard to get to. You know what I mean? You got to work real hard to get to. He's like one of those guys that make you feel like you're stuck in mud because he just uses that evade where a lot of times like taller guys will lean back, but it's not because if one comes over and you're in that position, you're kind of in a compromised spot. But you know he's nice with that. Like he understands the distance and he has very good defense. But Dreykus is one of those guys where like he's so explosive. Like he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't look as polished, but he gets it done. He's very he's a physical specimen. Yeah. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. It's I don't know, bro. It's hard because it's two of my boys too, and like so I wish them both the best, you know. But every fucking weekend I got.
It's gonna be a good fight.
Every weekend I got friends fighting.
True.
You know,
you've been in the game for a long time now. Long time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Even Malott, you fought Malott. He's turned out to be a hell of a fighter, man.
Yeah,
nobody knew
well.
When you fought him. Nobody really knew who he was. The he's put on a show since.
Yeah, he's been doing well. He's been doing well. I like his people too. If I gotta pick, I'm gonna stick with Strick. If I gotta pick, mixed picks, gonna stick with Strick. Stick with Strick, but like, you know what I mean? It's like I'd say those first 4 fights could also all be submissions, but I'd say the last one. I think this last one is gonna be. I think it's gonna be could be a finish, or it's going to be a bloody war to the decision. Where both these guys, they're both about that life. They're both, there's a reason why they're fighting for the belt right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Strick's a little more technical, and if he comes correct, he could do more.
Looks like he's in the best shape of his life too. He's peaking at the right time,
Yeah.
And he's another guy. We talked about this a few times, and we talked about it with Rashad Evans. He was a kind of a guy that was like a 500 fighder early on, and then he whatever, it clicked, and he's been on a run, man.
Yeah, it happens, man.
He's just been on a run. Well, how old is Strickland now? Anybody know? Chris, do you know how old Strickland is? All right. All right.
Firearm producer.
Hey Siri, how old is Sean Strickland?
This is great. This is great.
32.
Meeting.
He's 32.
This is great stuff.
He's 32.
Right here.
32, about to be 33. Yeah, I get. It's everything's changing. That used to be seen as, I think, being old for a fighter.
Not in fighting. Nah. I mean, maybe in like boxing. Yeah. When like in the old days, where, I remember when these guys would come in there like young and like after doing like fighting 100 fights in the amateurs and Olympic trials and all that shit. But nowadays, I think we talked about it before, but like you really hit your prime and like around like 32 to 35 is where the top guys really are. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But yeah, I think if I gotta pick, I pick Strick by a little bit.
What do you think, Christian? I know you've got opinions on these. What do you think of those picks?
I agree. I'm going Strickland. A lot of people are picking Drickus, but I'm definitely gonna go Strickland.
Drickus is a dog, man, and he's I'm telling you, he's a vanilla gorilla. He's like a physical specimen. He's built, he's strong. He's explosive. He does have. You would think he might have a few more like physical attributes. You know what I mean? When you can look at him, you can see. But Strickland's athletic. He's one of those like deceivingly like he's like athletic, and it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna be tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you think? What do you think of the other fights, Christian? You disagree with them on any of the picks?
I'm gonna go with Charles Jourdain over Woodson, I think.
Yeah, that was a tough one for me, man. That was a tough one for me to pick. But yeah, I know Woodson better. So like I said, I bet with my heart. I pick with my heart. I don't really bet, but I pick with my heart.
But if you bet, do we have a deal for you?
Tell him, G.
If you go to betus.com, that's
betus. Don't. If you hate money, don't go.
Yeah, if you hate money,
don't go.
But
just put that out there.
We are begging you folks. I think the math is screwing people up because people keep saying like, "Is this for real? Is this like?" And I'm not. This sounds like a sales pitch, but I'm dead ass. People are like, "I don't understand." It's 125% of your deposit, which means if you deposit $1,000, you will get a free $1,250. That gives you $2,250 to play with. Make 3 bets. Win them and double your money. Walk out of there with $4,000. Great. Lose and who cares? You get your money back. It's basically like free bets. It's free spins of the wheel. Who cares?
For real.
Guys, go to betus.com and when you sign up, put in our code for crying out loud. People are telling me this doesn't work. You got to put in the code at sign up.
Put in right.
SNT125. SNT. Slick and thick. SNT. As Mick would like to say, the word snot.
It's like snot, but without the O. No vowels.
No vowels.
All right?
SNT125. BetUS.com. SNT125. And you'll get 125% of your first deposit. This is literally the best deal in all of gaming. The best deal on the planet, brought to you because we love you. SNT125. And you can use them on mixed picks in the UFC, which the dude shot 75% last year.
Picking with my heart.
75%. It's unheard of. They make a movie called Two for the Money about a guy who hit 62% of his bets. He shot 75%. Take the money, please.
For real.
And I happen to be pretty good at NFL handicapping myself. Speaking of,
we're going to do some
we got some NFL games.
Yeah,
NFL games.
We got the playoffs,
games.
Baby.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
It's the divisional round of the National Football League.
Give him a drop. Give him a drop, Christian.
This is where we separate.
That was the same one as before. Give me a new drop, please.
This is where we separate.
That's all I got today.
All right.
Separate the men from the boys.
We gotta work on that thing.
Oh, we got some unbelievable games here. Coming off 2 huge upsets in the wild card round. Dallas, them boys, got upset by the Green Bay
as a
Packers.
Giants fan, how nice is it to watch Dallas and the Eagles lose back to back, bro?
Lost to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Baker, how funny was it?
Yo, everybody, I've been seeing so many people saying Baker Manziel's what we wanted Johnny Manziel to be. I said that so long ago.
You did.
I said that so long ago.
Dude, I saw the funniest thing I saw was somebody put up the top 5 black quarterbacks in the NFL, and Baker Mayfield was number 4.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it because I don't see race.
Yeah, I don't see race. He sees the human race.
Yeah.
Baker was so happy, but now you've got Tampa Bay. They beat up on Philly, and no good deed goes unpunished, as the great Gerard Harron Sr. would say.
Yeah.
No good deed goes unpunished, and eaten bread is soon forgotten. So, in the game,
I like these G seniorisms.
The Irish idioms. Irish idioms.
Yeah.
What do we got on the line? Christian, for Tampa Bay this week? Coming in as another dog. They get Detroit in Detroit. Can you imagine Detroit? Detroit opened at 6.5, got up to 7, and I believe it ended at 6. Right, Christian? Cool. Anyway,
I got the money line. I got the spread.
Let's get the spread.
I got D-Town, dog.
The
But
Buccaneers
the
are
money's
minus
very, very
110.
important. Yep. So
Lions
an
say
even money
minus
pick.
110 too.
Yeah. That's the money line. What's the spread? Do you know what that means?
Plus 6.
Do you know what that means?
No.
All right. So basically, what that
I don't
means.
know anything about betting.
Okay. So for the people that want to do Bet US, but you don't know, and this is great that you
Or football, you no.
you fucking quit. Anyway, for people that don't know, some of this stuff can be very, very confusing, but it's not. Minus 110, the money line, aka as it's called, it means you have to bet $110 to win $100. So the minus or the plus is per $100, meaning the odds on that are basically even odds. There's always a vig to the house. That's basically you're paying $10 to make the bet, and then it's a double your money bet. I'm betting 100 to win 100, and there's $10 to the house, minus 110. So when we talk about Sean Strickland was a plus 500 money line bet, that means if you bet 100, you'd win 600. You'd plus 500. It means it was a 5-1 underdog. So it can be a little confusing, but once you get used to it, it's not at all. Basically, what that means is that it's an even money bet, which is interesting because it's, what was it? It was minus 6 on the spread?
Buccaneers are plus 6.
Plus 6. So what that means is that the Buccaneers, let's say you wanted to bet the Buccaneers, Christian.
You take their final score and you plus 6 to it.
Correct.
Does that automatically make the other team minus 6?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. So the Buccaneers can lose. You can bet the Buccaneers plus 6. And if the Buccaneers lose by 5 points or less, you still win the bet even though the Bucs lose. And if you bet on Detroit minus 6,
they got to win by 7.
They have to win by 7 or you lose the bet. So right. Detroit can lose or Detroit can win by 3 and you'd still lose the bet.
Gambling 101 by Gerard Michaels. Hit it, Christian.
So for anybody out there, that's how it works. So when we're talking about buying a point or teasers or parlays, basically what that means is, let's say you think that the Buccaneers are going to lose, but they're definitely not going to lose by 2 scores. So what you can do is you could take another game and you could take 2 points off of it and add it. That's called a teaser. Or you can buy a point, which basically then makes it like a minus 130. So you got to pay $30 for the bet to buy an extra point. There's a lot of things you can do. That being said, Detroit at home giving 6 points to the Bucs. Detroit just won their first playoff game in 30 years. You were 1 year old last time Detroit won a playoff game. What do you think about this game, Mick?
I think Detroit's gonna win.
That's
by
6.
7
That's 6
points.
is tough, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit, but Slick Mick did the fight picks. We're gonna go to you on the football.
All right, I'm riding the hot hand. I think Detroit is gonna win. I think 7's a lot in a playoff game with Todd Bowles.
Tease that down
with Todd Bowles. I would tease it down. I'm gonna tease it down with another one. I'm gonna take Detroit, but I'm gonna move it to -5, and I'm gonna take the 2 points. And then I'm going to put it on San Francisco.
We only did 1 point.
I'll take the 1 point, forgive me, and I'm going to put it to San Francisco.
All
Move
right.
San Francisco up.
San Francisco playing Green Bay.
That's right. San Francisco is 9.5, right? At home, 9.5.
Sound like I got to win by 11. Well.
It just disappeared.
Yeah.
That's magic.
Well, it was 9.5. Go to 10.5. But at the 10.5, Green Bay.
You're going Green Bay.
At 10.5.
Wow.
At 10.5.
Ooh, okay. So
So
you think San Francisco probably going to win by like 7 or 10?
Yep.
And then you're still going to win your bet.
That's right. And I think it's because that run game that they've put together up in Green Bay, serious.
Yeah.
They can control the clock.
Adam Jones scored like 3 touchdowns last week.
They can control the clock.
Yeah, facts.
They can make that a short
now,
game.
what about in the AFC?
And I think San Francisco is going to want to run it also. I could see that game getting very tight. I can see that game getting very tight. AFC,
the best white running back that I could remember.
The only one. Whoa, what?
saying
Mike Allstott? Yeah.
That's my boy, bro.
Allstott.
Go ahead and look up some Mike Allstott clips.
Mike Allstott. Allstott.
Running down as a downhill runner, baby.
Also,
it's the A train.
Incredible podcast on Bustin' with the Boys.
Yeah.
Love me some Bustin' with the Boys.
I love Allstott.
How about Pat McAfee? We've been off since. How about Pat McAfee getting in all that trouble for what Aaron Rodgers said, saying Aaron Rodgers is off the show? Not even 24 hours later, Aaron Rodgers is back on the show.
Why did he get in trouble for saying that?
Oh, because he said things that you're not allowed to say.
Rodgers?
The truth, yeah.
Okay.
He said things that were unassailably true, and everybody got mad at him in, lefty world. But look
at these Mike Allstott highlights, bro.
Mike Allstott.
See him run
up
some
the
people
gut.
Doink. He just lowers that shoulder, lowers his head, and
Look at those. Look at those XXX shoulder pads.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, look at a neck roll.
Ready? Go right up the middle. Stop.
Bump.
Bouncing off, bounce off his own guy.
Keyshawn Johnson blocking. When's the last time you saw a wide receiver blocking? Look at Keyshawn.
Yeah.
That's when
men. Allstott's a dog.
This is when men played the game. Allstott up the gut.
He's been running people over.
Carrying fools. Stop.
No.
Poof, poof.
He gets hit 3 yards in the backfield.
Poof. Poof, poof.
Woo!
Poof.
Doink. All right.
And they had Warwick Dunn back then too. That was the real. That was the real thunder and lightning.
Oh,
Look
for
at those
real.
triple X shoulder. That's the way. To me, that's how football looks right there. That's football. Triple X shoulder pads and neck collar. They don't even wear pads on the legs anymore, man. Everybody wonders why everybody's injured all the time. Give me Green Bay and the points on the road. Give me Detroit if you're going to take it down. Baltimore boat raced the Texans as everybody thought they would. What a season by DeMeco Ryans and C.J. Stroud, though. The future looks bright out there in Houston. Baltimore might take it all this year.
Looking good. I wouldn't be surprised.
Looking good. But they got a big one. They got the winner of the game of the week. Not in Arrowhead. This time in Buffalo. Thanks to a Kadarius Toney lining up off sides.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have to go inside the home of Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
They got to brave the weather coming off the lake.
And the Chiefs always seem to lose to the Bills in the regular season and then pull it out in the playoffs.
That's right. Andy Reid.
Yeah, man.
Andy Reid he owns Sean McDermott. Andy Reid. I'm going to take another road dog. Kansas City Chiefs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, because of the blizzard and the governor, Kathy Hochul, 2 less days to recover and prepare than the Chiefs had. Chiefs played on Saturday. Bills played on Monday. Bills are a little banged up. Patrick Mahomes.
Chiefs are playing in -30.
Patrick Mahomes, his helmet cracked. That was
crazy.
Wild.
They pull a water bottle out the fridge and the thing freezes instantly. It's crazy.
Mahomes, so this is like
they're used to
this is like a Cancun. This is a week of Cancun for him.
Yeah.
Mahomes makes less mistakes than Allen. Allen's a game breaker. So is Mahomes. Defenses are pretty much even. I love Kansas City's defensive front, Chris Jones, and the Kansas City can run the ball when they need to. Kansas City 2.5, right, Christian? Kansas City's getting 2.5. Pick 'em game basically. That means normally you get 3 points for being the home team. That means that the books really think Kansas City's 5 points better. I'm going to take Kansas City.
All right. Bada boom, bada boom.
Bada boom, bada bing. That has been Mick's Picks in the new Slick and Thick studio.
Yeah.
Once again, guys, please, I'm begging you, go to betus.com and use code. What's the code, Mick?
SNT125.
Code SNT125. Get 125% of your first bet. You know who looks like they enjoy the little bit of the gamesmanship?
Who that?
The great Will Compton. Again, busting with the boys. Love busting with the boys. Love Will Compton. Now, Will Compton, I'm sure you've been training like crazy, so you haven't been on media as much.
Right.
But there was beef between RG3 and his old coach Jay Gruden. Remember now, Jay Gruden was the guy that benched RG3 for Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
And RG3 took some shots at old Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden, I think, had himself a couple Casamigos and decided to go ahead and shoot back.
Oh, yeah?
And one person was actually in the team meeting that they're talking about when it happened and decided to break it down and give the inside scoop on both of them.
Is that Brother Compton?
And that's Will Compton, head coach of the White All-Star team, Will Compton. Please, take it away. It's coming, I promise.
I'm cringing.
It's coming.
Cringing.
It's coming. Look at little Mick.
You
got little Mick there.
Oh, hey.
Hey. You got a basketball Jones, ooh, baby. Ooh.
I got a basketball Jones. Should we keep singing?
I guess. What are we doing here?
Jones.
It's the one with the Twitter. It's the white guy looking into the camera. What are we doing? You don't know?
I got a basketball.
Oh, my God. Christian.
All right, it's my first time. Come on.
Basketball Jones.
I got a basketball Jones. There he is.
Fun couple days on the app, boys. Fun couple days on the X app. If you haven't been following,
it's definitely not on the TV there. It's not. We can hear it. I don't know if they. There we go.
From back in 2014.
Start it over for the good people. Start it over for the good people, Chris.
Fun couple days on the app, boys. Fun couple days on the X app. If you haven't been following, Jay Gruden RG opening up a nice can of beef from back in 2014. It's all coming to life right in front of our eyes, all because of a tweet Jay had the other night during the Eagles-Bucks game. Buccaneers getting after Jalen Hurts' ass. Jay puts out a tweet basically saying, something like he feels sorry for Jalen Hurts the way Philly's protecting him. I'm sorry if I put any of my quarterbacks through that. Being a jokester, Jay's a funny guy, but I'm sure he's just putting out the tweet because he's an offensive guy. He's watching the game. He's making a tweet, whatever. Rob sees it, wants to dunk on him, saying, "Say what?" Basically alluding to, "Hey, I was that victim in your system. Like I was Jalen Hurts in your game." And then Jay claps back, "Were you not prepared, Robert?" Then Robert claps back, "Hey, you said you didn't know how to coach a quarterback who could run and pass and have the skill set like me." And I'm personally assuming it was like that was when they were transitioning to Kirk. Maybe Jay just said something like that to him, kind of just like, "Hey, Will, you're a hell of a linebacker. You had a hell of a training camp, maybe the best training camp we've ever seen, but you're probably best suited for 31 other football teams, son." And then then Robert takes it to his podcast, talks about this time where he called out his teammates. There's a team meeting that goes on, and it was a asshole tight team meeting. I'm talking, we're all in there. We're like, oh shit, what's going down here? RC did have to stand up. They go back and forth about how Jay says you need to be a guy when you after a loss. You take all the blame as a quarterback, and then when you win, you give it to all your other teammates. And because RG was in the media basically throwing his teammates under the bus, but then RG saying, "Hey, Jay, you told me to say that," and then Jay didn't back him. I don't know. I'm saying some of it's cap, some of it whatever. But that goes back and forth. That team meeting did happen. Ultimately, what it comes down to, here's to me the timeline. RG has a hell of a rookie year. Tears his knee. It sucks. Like he was a stud. He ultimately just didn't bounce back from his knee injury. He wasn't RG3. They was never come back. It's not like they needed more patience or they needed more time. Like for whatever reason, whether he rushed coming back, whatever it was, it didn't work out. You moved to Kirk Cousins. Kirk was the better quarterback in Jay's system. Jay, it's well documented. He didn't mess with RG. We felt it in the locker room, all that stuff. And so you lead up all that. Kirk takes over. It's an awkward year. RG's the scout team guy. He's making shitloads of money on his 5th year. It's just a very awkward year. Now it's all coming to life in Twitter on real time. Ultimately, to
not
me,
a big fan of
opinion,
awkward. I like awkward better.
Like, it's all petty. It's all petty bullshit. Petty bullshit that I love to watch. I love to eat popcorn too. It makes me wear the beanie and the Gruden Grinder shirt and like, hey, saddle up, boys. I'm texting with ex-teammates. Hey, you checking this out? It's all coming their beef and it's coming to life, type of thing. But it's like, you know, and RG's talking about, oh, we know where the bodies are buried. There's bodies buried on both sides. Don't get it twisted. But to me, you know, I don't know how to put this in, like, I hope it lands softly. But to me, it's like RG would love to have a reason for why it didn't work out in Washington. And ultimately, it just all falls like, how could we have been better individually?
Boom. All right.
Like,
That's it right there.
I don't know. To me, it's all petty. But
yeah. So there you go. You're all caught up. RG3 goes out there, and I think the last line is the right line. He's just looking for a reason why the rookie of the year never, and the number 2 overall pick in the draft to, remember who was number 1?
RG3?
Yep.
Nah.
Andrew Luck.
Okay.
Andrew Luck and then RG3. And RG3 was unreal as a rookie.
Stupid.
He was better than Lamar Jackson. People don't remember what I remember being a Giant fan watching him his rookie year going, oh, my God, we got 15 years of this.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is Randall Cunningham 2.0. This is unbelievable. Right. And then he tore that knee in the playoffs, put himself back in, and was never the same player, ever. Jay Gruden takes over from Mike Shanahan. Do you know the coaches Jay Gruden had on that staff?
No.
It's unreal. Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, Mike McDaniel,
right,
Stefanski, I think. Like 7 or 8 head coaches in the NFL today were on that Washington staff. And that's what Gruden was kind of like. And then Gruden got drunk or something and put out another tweet after this that was like, we didn't want you in Washington. Cleveland didn't want you. Baltimore didn't want you, but be mad at me. And it was like, ooh. But,
spicy.
Ooh. So there you go. RG3, then I guess they squashed it up or whatever. But I've seen people do that, guys that I played with. Not as much now because it's 10 years since I played. But they're like, as soon as you get released, it's over. They never had a good thing to say about the organization. The coach was trash. The organization is this. This at least is something in your sport you don't really have to deal with, right? You either beat the guy or you don't beat the guy. Although I guess you could say they didn't book me for the right fights or they fucked with me. I guess there's always something you can say.
Fuck that.
Yeah?
Yeah, you got to – if you get into the sport, you got to be down to fight anybody.
That's something
in this sport.
Henry Hoof posts about that a lot. It's like the fighter's fight mentality, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you don't get it. And there's something to be said for people like, you know, picking smart fights on their way up and
Is
shit.
that something that they do?
Yeah, I mean, a big one that people are like just realizing is like Khabib. Like Khabib, I don't think Khabib fought someone with a winning record until he was in the UFC.
Is that right?
Yeah, and there's something that's what like boxers do. Like boxers, you go to like Mexico and you fight guys who are, you know, they know what they're doing, you know, or they know what they're doing. They're not that high of a level fighter.
Yeah.
And you build people till they get to 15-0, 20-0.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But people can do the same type of thing.
This is not a shot at Khabib. This is it?
No, it's not a shot, but it's like you know, I know people on the regional scene coming up are kind of like, yeah, I might as well, you know, fight some smart fights, and then when I get to the bigger show, that's where I get tested. I think you should get tested along the way, so you've been there before.
Well, you're the opposite. You had one professional
Mine
fight.
was different. My path, yeah, I couldn't foresee my path.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I would have taken on whoever, anyone in my weight in the regional scene. Let's fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
if somebody else was coming up the way you came up, would you say jump right into it like you did, or would you say build yourself up?
If you got the opportunity like I did, I don't think you can really say no to that.
Your goal is to be in the big leagues. Go to the big leagues, kid.
But you know, yeah, there's something to be said for if you could take, you know, if I could have had more amateur fights or more, if I had like 5 or 6 pro fights before Dana White was at my fight, he just happened to be at my first one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe that could be a more ideal way, but you know, At least me, I'm comfortable to. I knew I'd have to show my growing pains
in front of
the world, which but I'm cool with that.
You have to show your abs in front of the world too, though.
Fuck yeah, brother.
A lot of abs.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Yeah, there's a lot of abs out there. What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, if they were like, Gerard, you want to go fight? I'd be like, you have to give me 18 months.
I took my first UFC fight on 2 weeks' notice.
2 weeks' notice?
Yeah.
Wow. Then you won that one.
Yeah, and then I got to fight. They were like, yeah, if you beat this guy, you can fight CM Punk. So I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know if I was fighting a top 10 guy or whatever. I just said okay.
Let's
go.
What I mean?
Fuck and then
fighters fight.
Yeah, won that one, and then I got to fight CM Punk.
That's sick, dude.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Fuck yeah, bro.
That's lit.
CM Punk's back in the old WWE now.
I heard.
Ooh.
I heard.
He's he's switched over from the old All Elite. Now he's back in the WWE.
Yeah. What's the storyline over there?
I don't know. I haven't watched in a long time. I haven't watched. I used to be, as you know, I'm big Mark. Was a big Mark in the Attitude Era. Big Mark. NWO and WCW. I even liked ECW.
Bro, I like our new table.
You like this
I feel like
thing?
I can get a little physical with it. I could, I could do a little pelvis thrust into it, and it's not going anywhere.
Proud of this table.
I mean, I could.
Proud of
pelvis
this table.
thrust hard. I could probably knock it over, but what I mean? I'll be nubbing to it.
Speaking of pelvic thrusting hard,
go on.
Did you see Sports Illustrated? 86th gone.
Sports Illustrated's done.
Done.
Really?
Dunzo.
I grew up reading that on the shitter.
I grew up pelvic thrusting to the old swimsuit editions, and that seems to be the sticking point.
Sticky.
As everybody says, as soon as they went to the whole super woke, big girls and trannies and stuff like
models.
that, body positive models, and on the swimsuit issue, everybody was like, which kind of makes sense. I mean, know your audience. It's not like leftist women were buying Sports Illustrated.
Right.
It wasn't like a whole bunch of gender studies and diversity professors were your clientele.
Sure.
It was a whole bunch of dudes, that I remember the Sports Illustrated used to be in the bathrooms at like bars and stuff like that,
Yeah. So why? Is this because like magazines are not like as profitable nowadays?
I
or
wonder,
what's the
That's a great question. I think
everything's digital.
Well, I think it's a lot like, that Kodak and that Blockbuster story, where Netflix went into Blockbuster. It's like a famous business story where they're like, hey, we have this really cool thing where we're going to send movies to people. They don't even have to come to your store. And Blockbuster was like, nobody's ever going to do that, kid. Get out of here. Yeah. And now there's no Blockbusters left and everybody has a Netflix account.
Yeah, Netflix
right?
took over.
And it's kind of like that. The idea, they really didn't want to go to social media because they were afraid everybody can just steal the pictures. And then they were like, well, okay, we'll go to social media, but just like Playboy
they
did.
should have just made it a freaking
It should have been Barstool Sports.
What?
Is what they should have been Barstool Sports. Is what they should have done.
I was gonna say, what are those things with like the monkeys and stuff?
Oh, an NFT?
Yeah, just made an NFT, and then no one could steal it. You
That's
own
it.
that image.
I own it.
Yeah.
Claimed.
Screenshot.
Mine. Yeah, but they just, they felt like they were above it. Just like the New York Times did. Just like Playboy. They were like above this. And people that were late to technology and late to understanding their market, yeah, they paid for it, and the people that are upset with this are all older people. It's like one of those things. Like they're like, oh, Sports Illustrated was an institution. I remember where I was with Michael Jordan. Yeah, it was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like you adapt or you die. The only constant in this world is change, man.
Mm-hmm.
You adapt or you die. But interestingly enough, how many people were really upset? They brought up that swimsuit issue, and if you pull it up if you can there, Chris. I don't know why this one bothered people. I think that's Jordan Peterson, right? Was that Jordan Peterson that posted that? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was him in that picture. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's what Kim Kardashian would look like without surgery. Just so people know. Can you imagine being Odell Beckham Jr., about to have a kid with Kim Kardashian? You think you get a girl?
Is that happening?
Probably. I mean, doesn't she have like 4 kids with Kanye? Anyway, but you think you're getting like what Kim Kardashian looks like now, and then like some chubby, hairy little Armenian baby comes out, and you're like, what is this? What kind of fraud is this? But yeah, what did Jordan Peterson say? Go up. What did Jordan Peterson say? I can't read it, Chris. You got to help us out.
I thought you were going to read that.
Yeah.
Mass layoffs hit Sports Illustrated. I can't imagine why.
Jordan Peterson hates fat chicks particularly, but fat people hates them.
Yeah.
Just eat meat. You know, just stop eating everything but meat and greens, you know. It's not that bloody hard. It's like just stop eating anything but meat. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not that bloody hard. It's not that hard. I love when he tries to be tough. Like, you know, yeah, bro, I like you, Jordan Peterson, but you're still a fucking college professor. Let's calm down, okay? We'll see who cancels who. Okay.
I like
easy.
JP.
I love JP, but easy.
Nah, you hate him.
I love him.
I'm just kidding.
I got his books.
Nah,
you know?
yeah, JP's great.
But I do not like. This is the problem with like Ron DeSantis's campaign. It's like, bro, you're not a tough guy.
So Vivek dropped out. We're gonna slide into politics.
Vivek
there,
like cake. It's Vivek like cake. He did a great job. Great job.
But he quit.
After yeah.
Why'd he quit?
He only pulled 8% in the Iowa.
It was
caucus.
because he didn't have any more Obama lines.
Shots fired, Mickey. Go. Yeah, maybe he ran out of material. I liked Vivek. I thought, you know.
No, you did.
I think he's got a big future too, man. But he was fearless. He was, you know, he again adapt and die. The old people hated him. That's not the way a politician should talk. Listen, guys, I hate to tell you, this is the future. This ain't the past. It's going to get more real, not less real. More raw, not less raw. It's going to get more authentic, not less authentic. We're all living our lives out in the open. You know, authenticity wins. And this is one of the things that these politicians are struggling with. It's, you know, Joe Biden's struggling with. Ron DeSantis is struggling with. They want to be one thing on camera, and then as soon as the camera gets off, you know, you're wearing lifts, and a guy can come, and a comedian can come up and punk you, and you're like, okay, that's enough, and call your people over to get them. Like, it's not the way it's going to work, man. You're getting roasted, roast back.
All right, so Vivek.
Like cake.
Done.
Yeah, done.
And you want to talk about Haley?
Nikki Haley.
People don't like her.
Do people even know who she is? Did anybody know the name Nikki Haley 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
I didn't.
Now
and I'm the political pundit here. But,
now all of a sudden, 40% of New Hampshire likes her. Nikki Haley is my living nightmare. Nikki Haley is if Dick Cheney and Hillary Clinton were put together into one person. Nikki Haley is Kamala Harris. Nikki Haley is what the conspiracy theorist in me believes. She is the compromise candidate. She is the candidate that deep state Washington, the military-industrial complex, you know, bombs for billions, wants. They know that Biden is outside of the margin of cheating. He's going to get so few votes. He's so unpopular that they can't even cheat him back in. They just can't do it. Anybody with a brain knows 2020 was obviously fraudulent.
Right.
But now 2024, he's so far past the point that they can't even guarantee the cheating. So they're going to do something with Biden. People are talking about Michelle Obama. I don't know. But they get rid of Biden. They somehow get rid of
Mike.
You're on fire here today, sir. You're just throwing.
I'm just being like
throwing heavy hands.
Like a cunty political guy.
You're throwing heavy hands over here. You better hope.
Better hope what?
that might be your next fight at 185. You better be careful. Their body counts.
Keep talking politics. I'll keep fucking roasting them, dude. I'm gonna keep fucking throwing shots in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you better watch out for me, boy.
Yeah. So but Nikki's like, this is what they got. She's a woman of color, so the crazies are gonna be okay with it. And she's a Republican.
Zoom in on a picture of her. So because Gerard said people don't all know who she is.
Yeah.
Let's get a gander of
Never
this
Nikki. Nevernikki.com.
Let's get a gander of this goose.
Yeah, she's never seen a war. She didn't support.
On the screen, please.
She believes that you should need a license from the government to use social media. She's nuts.
Hell yeah.
She's the worst. I have no idea how she got elected to begin with.
She's a person of color?
Her real name,
is that color white?
She's an Indian girl. Her real name is Red Dot, not Feather. Her real name is Nimra, I believe, Nemroth. Which Vivek,
I ate Indian food twice in the past 2 days,
and that's because you don't see color.
That's right. I don't. I went in there. I got recognized by a guy. Shout out my man Tata, and he was like, hey, "Any questions you got about the meal? Come over and ask." Because it was the buffet, right? So there's a lot going on.
Oh, that buffet's good, boy.
Bro, it's spicy,
that
man.
That buffet's good.
It was really good. They had the curry goat on deck, bro. That's my shit. That's my shit.
I don't mess with the goat.
I fucks with the goat. Fucks hard with the goat. Goat's the goat, bro. Like goat. There's a little bit of bones in there, but you gotta earn it. It's like eating crab legs. You earn your meal, you know.
Tikka masala, butter chicken. All right.
Butter chicken is damn good.
A little bit of naan, garlic naan. Love it.
Yeah, garlic naan's great.
Love it. Paneer. Oh.
I'm not a big paneer guy. You know, I ain't big with the dairy.
Love me
I like
some
that
paneer.
protein and get some rice.
I think paneer is high protein. It's like half soy, half.
Yeah, but I like real protein, like animal protein.
Okay.
Like man shit, you know.
Yeah, love it. Anyway,
so you had more politics that I was fucking around with you. I wasn't gonna let you do, but
there's only really one that I want you to see. I know you haven't seen it, but our boy, shout out. Wait,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, old.
I haven't seen it.
Friend of the program, Luz Vasquez. I know you're listening, Luz, and she
What's up,
doesn't.
Luz?
She doesn't know whether or not she likes the new president of Argentina, but I love him. This guy.
Here's the thing about me, and you might be surprised, is I might not know all that much about American politics, but you go to South America, all over it.
Boom. So the world's first and only, not first, but the world's only current libertarian leader.
Right.
Javier Milei.
Milei, of course.
He won. And they've been doing everything they can. They have been doing everything they can to try to punish Argentina for it. Right? He goes in front of the World Economic Forum.
Okay.
The epicenter of global scumbaggery.
Mm-hmm.
And to these rich, entitled autocrats, these rich aristocrats.
Autocrats. For the people who don't know what an autocrat is.
An autocrat is a totalitarian bureaucrat. It's a bureaucrat that doesn't have to. Why are we on Mick while I'm talking?
Because I'm stretching.
What are we doing here? Well, why don't we go to split screen? Why don't we just keep it there? There we go.
You want to see me stretch my quads?
I don't care if I'm looking this way. Who gives a shit?
Quads, dude.
So anyway, Milei goes in front of these people, these rich, powerful people, who believe that we're going to stop using fossil fuels, eat bugs, and shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
And this is and he goes, we're only going to watch a minute clip from it, but for 25 minutes, he just takes his dick out and smacks him across the face.
Oh, really?
Oh, he just destroyed him.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see a little of the
Let's see his Argentinian penis.
Argentina's new president, Javier Milei, spoke at this year's World Economic Forum. He said Western elites want to trade freedom for collectivism.
The Western world is in danger. And it is endangered because those who are supposed to have to defend the values of the West are co-opted by a vision of the world that inexorably leads to socialism and thereby to poverty.
Conservatives praised Milei's remarks online. A political activist wrote, "Milei demolishes socialism" in front of a bunch of socialists. Now, Kevin Roberts, who's the president of the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, also spoke at the event, and he criticized the World Economic Forum as he was describing what the next Republican White House administration should look like. Take a look.
I will be candid and say that the agenda that every single member of the administration needs to have is to compile a list of everything that's ever been proposed at the World Economic Forum and object all of them wholesale.
He added that the goal of such a list would be to take away the power of unelected bureaucrats. And the host of the talk later said that the World Economic Forum stands up for liberal democracy, while alleging that former President Trump does the opposite.
It's laughable that you would, or anyone would, describe Davos as protecting liberal democracy. It's equally,
standing up for it.
It's equally laughable to use the word dictatorship at Davos and aim that at President Trump. In fact, I think that's absurd.
Yeah, so that wasn't the clip I wanted to say. But basically, if you get a chance to see...
I hate when I don't get my political fix.
If you get a chance to see what Javier Milei said, I cannot recommend it enough. And it's not conservatives worldwide. It's anybody with any common sense. He said exactly what everybody's been thinking for the last 3 years, and he said it to these people's faces. It gives me hope that the tide is turning, because we have now in America the highest number of registered independents than we've ever had in the history of our country.
I saw that.
And that is the first. Like, I'm keep looking for positive signs that the public is becoming aware, that people are opening their minds, that they're seeing the screw job that's happening from them on both sides. And that, to me, is the clearest picture yet, that the people that we care about, the people that we advocate for. I don't talk about this shit to be right. I don't like politics. People think I do. I could have been in politics. They were grooming me to be a politician. This is how I know what I know. I left it because it's so fucking dirty. It's so, like, I don't have it in me to lie all day, every day. But I feel like what's happened over the last 3 years, 4 years now is so serious that it demands our attention. And I'm really, really, really enthused by what I'm seeing from everyday people. I'm enthused. I was just up in Jersey for, unfortunately I had a family issue. But talking with the people even there, they're sick of the shit. They're sick of government. And it's the little things. It's things that, and it's not an I told you so, because people need to feel the pain, unfortunately, before they want to make changes. We don't do prevention really well. How many people are sick of Phil Murphy is insane.
Right.
Every time you go to buy something in Jersey now, there's no plastic bags.
Yeah, no.
You go up to the Wawa, you got 6 things, and you're like, oh, I got to buy a bag. And it might only be 15 cents, but
we brought home plastic bags from Florida to give to.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We brought like 100 plastic bags. My dad was psyched. He was so psyched.
Oh, man. Are we going to get in trouble now? Did we bring contraband across?
Probably.
Across.
Come and get us.
Do we smuggle plastic into the Soviet Socialist Republic of New Jersey?
Yeah.
What a joke, man. What a joke. But yeah, so anyway, man, I spent 2023 being really, really negative about it. I don't want to be negative. I'm not like one of these guys that can be angry every day. I'm positive about what I've seen, but I also think that
who can't be angry every day? You?
Yeah, I can't be angry every day. I mean, I can be angry at certain times throughout the day.
Okay.
Like I can be easily agitated every day.
Yeah, you old curmudgeon, you.
I can be agitated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not every day is like fucking, roses and unicorns in most people's lives. They're fucking, I don't know. You just get grounded. You throw in a dip and you're good to go, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
As long as you got barefoot in the sand.
Yeah, I punch some people.
Mm-hmm.
I get my feet on the Mother Earth. Walk around on it. Become one with nature. Throw in a dipski.
Throwing a little.
Too.
No, yeah, but your dips are clean dips, though.
Yeah, of course.
Your clips are Dean,
My clips are Dean.
Your clips are Dean. You know who else's clips are Dean?
Whose clips are Dean?
And you know who else is one with nature?
Who?
In the Buff. Old Britney Spears.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's up with Britney?
Old Britney bared all for us, man. I don't know if you saw.
She's been doing that.
Yeah, but like this, like she I don't know what she's doing. I think that she wants to post on Instagram. So she's got like little diamonds over the no-no areas. And people are going nuts
areola?
on it. Yeah, the areola. People were getting nasty with her in the comments like, oh, I can see why she had a conservatorship. I see a 40-year-old woman with a rocking body.
Do you?
A rocking bod. I mean,
Joey's out there dancing.
The eyes, little crazy eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes don't lie, Chico.
Yeah.
The eyes don't lie. Yeah. If you go to the New York Post, Christian, go to New York Post and just Google New York Post Britney Spears. You'll see it. It should be Britney Bears All, page 6. But yeah, I don't know. I think if I wouldn't turn it down.
No,
I'm taking it down. Taking it down.
Yeah.
100%.
Good for you, man. She sure was a beautiful baby. Britney Spears.
Like as a child?
No. Like when, like in her prime, when I was like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When it wasn't jailbait for us because
she was older. She's older than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Even if I thought she was hot when she was underage, I was more underage.
Totally.
So I'm cool.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. So here she is scrolling down. You know, we can put it up on the old screen there, Christian. Yeah. So there's old Brit. Brit, you know, this is a 3-time divorce. There she is. Three-time divorced, mother of 2, right? How would you feel?
Free Britney. That's how I feel.
How would you feel?
Free Britney. I'm under my sheets crying about Britney and shit.
Well, look, Mick, you got a beautiful mother. How would you feel if this was your mother out there on page 6? You feel good about that or what?
Wouldn't like it.
You would not like it? Is this a live and let live thing? Are you like, good for you, Mom?
Live and let die. I don't know.
Yeah. Thankfully, you don't have to handle that. I don't know. I think she looks good. She does have a bit of the crazy eye, but how old does it say she is? How old is Britney Spears? I'll look it up. Hey Siri, 40? How old is Britney Spears? 42.
Oh wow.
Pretty good. It's pretty good for 42. Yeah. Yeah, you don't think so?
I don't know. Honestly, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or a body shamer, but I feel like she fell off a lot.
Really?
I feel like, yeah. I mean, you look at, like, but also at the same time, we're kind of like, you look at, like, you know, the Jennifer Anistons and the Jennifer Lopez's. I don't think they had children. I don't think they had no babies.
They didn't have no children.
Yeah, but still, there's some. Look at Sofia Vergara.
She got,
you know what I mean?
60s.
Like,
she's bad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I guess we kind of get used to a certain level of excellency. You know?
Yeah.
So then when you see people, you know, age like humans, you're kind of like, what?
Speaking of excellency,
what's wrong with you?
2 things have happened in the last 2 weeks that I feel very proud of.
Talk to me.
Slick and Thick year 1, trend setting.
Oh, yeah. We
started an internet debate attributed to us. Started a debate. Margot Robbie, or Jamie Presley. Yeah. That's us. We did that, folks.
Yeah.
You did that. You watched us and you said, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to pose it to the world.
Uh-huh.
And then us, you, me, you watching right now, we created
how about
pop culture discussion.
That Ukraine video we did that's been shared like over 100 million times. Hey, if y'all see that, make sure you let them know. Yeah, a couple of times they tagged us, but make sure you let them know. That's Slick and Thick. Yeah. When you see that popping other ways, let them know that's Slick and Thick.
100%. Let them know.
That's Big G and Mickey G.
We appreciate it. Thank you for the shares. Love that you guys are loving it, but also it would be kind of cool if you let people know it was us. Like, let people know, hey, go ahead and watch a little Slick and Thick.
They see these faces, you know what I mean? They know who it is.
And a second thing, I got contacted by a guest of ours, one of our favorite guests, one of the best guests we've had, and got a thank you from a guest because that guest was long overdue and finally inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Michael Moore, friend of the program.
Champ. Congrats, champ.
That was an injustice that needed long time correcting.
A couple of people reached out and said our videos might have made a little bit of an impact there.
Well, here's the thing, you guys.
I mean, I think it's, you know, we can't take too much credit. It's Michael Moore's excellency, but you know what I mean. Like,
heavyweight champ, light heavyweight champ, first ever Southpaw champ.
It's overdue. So it's cool that if we did play any little part in helping that get pushed through, that's a cool thing.
And I say that with all humility. This is not bragging whatsoever. When we first decided to do this, man, we were just having a good time. But I mean, I do want to be impactful, and I do want to you know, give back and help the world. Like you know, I don't take for granted that millions of people have watched us, and and the people that are watching, man, that have helped us get to where we are, but also to take something like that's an injustice. That was wrong. Like you know, he should have been a Hall of Famer years ago. You know, he shouldn't just be a footnote in history as the guy who lost to George Foreman. He won the belt back. So and look, this is the standard going forward for the program. This is the standard going forward.
We're just getting started.
This is the standard.
We're just getting started in this.
You tell us in the comments who else should we bring on? Who else?
What wrongs need to be righted? Slick and Thick will take care of it.
That's right.
Who's been slighted? What wrongs need to be righted?
Who needs to get put on?
Slick
Who does the world need to hear about? That's what we're here for, man.
You know?
We're the podcast of the people. We do it for you. And shout out to Michael Moore. And again, not taking any credit whatsoever. It was Michael Moore. And, you know, he said 15 times that he doesn't care about being in the Hall of Fame, which I think means he might have cared a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But if I was getting screwed, that's how I play it too. Like, you know, oh, hey, man, I heard you and so-and-so broke up.
Hey, no thing.
I even like that bitch. Did she get married? I don't even like
he has a reason to feel that way. You know what I mean?
And now he has a reason to celebrate. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Michael Moore. Can't wait. I'm excited for the gun show, too.
SHOT Show?
Oh, SHOT Show.
SHOT
Show.
SHOT Show going to be
SHOT Show.
Very high.
Now, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but you have a meeting.
Nah, we'll save that for later.
We'll save it.
Yeah, save that for later.
Fair enough. I love this set. I hope people are enjoying this. I love this set.
Yeah, and we're this is our like kind of our test run on our new set. You know what I mean? We're gonna be having big guests coming through here.
Huge.
We're gonna be doing making constant upgrades. Balls in our court now.
Oh, speaking of one of those guests, I'd be remiss.
You would be remiss.
The Wellness Company.
Ooh, Dr. Peter.
Oh, we're not allowed to say it. Yeah, we're not allowed to say la 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 la.
I didn't say anything.
But we have a big guest coming up. And the Wellness Company, Christian, if you go to twc.health /
Why are we not allowed to say?
I don't know, because we don't have the date. We don't have the date.
Yeah,
so,
but it's all right.
It's gonna happen. I'll just. It's gonna Mickey, say something interesting while I text the address to Christian. Dude, take over, Mick.
Well, at the Wellness Company, could you pull up the Wellness Company for me? Wellness Company, I take those supplements every single day. You can see them up there behind G. So you can zoom in on them a little bit. You know what I mean? Right over there. Right between the Cirrus and between the B bread. Next to the thumb up. That's some supplements from the Wellness Company.
No, sorry. Don't worry about it.
Delicious gummies. They got some great, I think it's basically a lot of stuff that's going to help your immunity. All right? And people are getting sick. It's that time of year. You got to beef up your immunity. You get some of that stuff in you. It's going to help you. And they got a whole lot of other packages that you can get over there as well.
The best part about the Wellness Company is that there's no corporate entities whatsoever. You don't have to worry about being sold a bill of goods that you don't need just because it's going to make somebody a profit. The people behind the Wellness Company were right about everything from the beginning. These are folks that they only use natural ingredients. They put people over profits. I use their products. We've got their products up there, as you see. I use the multivitamins. I use their spike support. And I also, the most important thing, guys, especially if you watch the World Economic Forum, and I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but you weren't ready for COVID because nobody was, there's no reason not to be ready for the next thing. They're already talking about disease X and all these other scary things. I'm not going to scare you. We're not doing that. But if you're caught lacking this next time around,
should be packing one of these kits, one of these health kits, man.
One of my favorite Mickey Gall quotes.
What is it?
Stay ready. You don't need to get ready.
I don't stay safe. I stay dangerous. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you guys go right there, if you go to twc.health / slick and thick, we're going to get you hooked up with a kit that has everything that you need. It's got testing kits. It's got ivermectin. It's got multivitamins.
Antibiotics.
Antibiotics. Christian, why don't you go ahead and read what's on that?
Which is like such a great thing to have if you're like, if you got strep throat, you kind of know you got it. Like you can't, you know what I mean? Or like I one time, I think we talked about it one time we were doing this before when we went to Vegas and I had fucking staph from some dirty motherfuckers in the gym. I had staph in my nose and my throat from like breathing in the sweat and all that shit, right? I thought, bro, I was fucked. I was like too sick to get to the hospital.
You were green.
I was sitting in the hospital. People were sitting there crying with gunshot wounds and shit. I'm like, I don't know, I'm just about to get out of here. I was like, I'm just gonna go die outside, I guess. but my boy luckily had antibiotics. I started taking that shit, and in 24 hours, I was actually able to like have a little life, bro. But I remember I was fucked up.
It's 100%. It's better to have it and not need it, folks. Go to twc.health. Christian, go up to that. Go up to the S&T. Scroll up where you were. Scroll up. Yep, and just read what's in that package for the people, Chris.
Looks like it's right here. The antibiotics, we got amoxicillin. I'm going to try my best with these. Azithromycin.
Azithromycin.
Doxycycline.
Sure.
Metronidazole.
Of course.
I can't even try this one.
Kim, why don't you stand in for Mickey while he's gone?
Fluclazone, ondansetron. That's good shit. I believe that's anti-nausea.
Okay.
I'm not positive though. Maybe not. And then you got a guidebook.
That's awesome. If you go to twc.health/slickandthick, you're going to get a discount and access to some of the best healthcare products that you have. twc.health/slickandthick. Check it out, folks. And speaking of ivermectin and people that were right, one of the people that was the most right this whole time. Ivermectin, forgive me. And what was a champion, somebody who stood up for what's right the whole time, Novak Djokovic. One of the best athletes of all time, maybe the single best tennis player of all time. Probably took it from Federer and Nadal. He's been so good for so long. And the history books are going to reflect the fact that he did not play a major tournament for 3 years. That's 12 opportunities to win a major that he was not allowed to participate because he didn't take a medicine for something he never had. He refused to get vaccinated, and they tried to make an example out of him. And he came out the other side strong and a winner and with his dignity intact. And he goes to the Australian Open, and somebody tries to bully him. Play the clip, Christian.
4 match points.
Please.
Fair enough. See how he responds. Wins it on an ace. Man, that's
what they say to him. What did the guy say?
You need to get vaccinated, mate.
Oh, I get the fuck.
Boom. Ace.
Yeah,
ace for the W. That pickleball court sure was big. Why is that pickleball court so big?
I don't know, buddy.
Oh, man. I think
we got pickleballs.
We got pickleballs.
We got baseballs. We got Mickey Galls. I was going to catch it in my mouth.
One thing I want to do, Chris, do me a favor before we get out of here, man. You got anything else you want to go over?
Nah.
There's one thing I want to do before we get out of here. Chris, put it on the widescreen for everybody. Go to camera 1. Awesome. Christian and Kim, come on screen. I want everybody to see you guys were such a huge part of making this thing happen. Come on back here. We'll take our – we got it. If we're going to go out, we got to go out as a team here. Team photo.
Yeah.
Christian, for people that don't know, Christian Perello, the wonderful Kimi Kessels. We could not have got this done without you guys. This is an incredible thing.
Hell yeah.
You all did.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, darling. And for all of you folks listening at home, big hug to each and every one of you guys. This has been an honor for me, and I'm sure for Mick. Our very first episode from the new home. This is like a new home, man. I'm so pumped about it.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Welcome to Slick and Thick Studios, the first of many episodes.
Yeah, Slick and Thick, baby, to the fucking moon.
To the moon. For the great Mickey Gall, you can follow him at Mickey Gall on all of the socials. I'm Gerard Michaels at GerardDGAF. Check out Slick and Thick twice a week, every week
we back,
now.
Baby. We back proper.
We're back. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Apple. Check us out here on YouTube. And check out I guess we should talk about gas. There's nothing bad that happened at gas.
Nah, it's all love at gas.
It's all love at gas. Everybody was asking. They always think there's some kind of drama, probably because of what happened with the whole valuetainment thing where there was drama. But there's no drama here. It's just we're in Florida. They're in New York.
Yeah, it's
mutually parting of the ways.
If we were in Jersey or Florida, maybe it would have made more sense. But we'll talk more about what we're getting into next when it's when time is appropriate. But yeah, we all love to gas, and the people of gas, they're cool with us. It's all love. Sorry, we don't got any juicy fucking beefs, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, no, there's no beef whatsoever. But we are very, very happy and excited for what's coming next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a couple more dollars, ain't gonna hurt nobody. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very excited. grateful that Gas gave us an opportunity to get started.
Yeah.
And really so excited for what we're a part of now.
Yeah.
And, man, this is dope. I love this. I'm pumped. Got to give a huge shout-out also before we go. 2 guys in particular that this could not have happened without, that deserve nothing but love.
Yeah.
3, actually. 1 is going to be Jamie Gall. Jamie Gall has been incredible from the start. You guys saw Jamie Gall, one of our best episodes. Check that out if you haven't. Really, really raw. One of the coolest human beings. Brilliant person. Mickey's sister, Jamie. There's another gentleman. Well, let's give a shout out to old Alex Witt. Love our guys at Battle Bars. Love the dudes at Hard AF, the Drinking Bros, Ross and Dan. Incredible people.
Brute Seltzer.
B-Bread, Brute Seltzer, all these great guys. Bet US.
Bet US.
Love Bet US.
Yeah, obviously.
And Bet US would not have happened without
old Dom.
Dom.
We
love Dom LaRocca.
Yeah.
Dom, happy birthday to your wife.
Yes.
Giovanna,
yes.
Happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños a te. To Giovanna, happy birthday to you, darling. Don, we love you, brother. Everybody always thinks I'm saying Don, but I'm saying Dom. I don't say the M's well. Even with the guy at Barwis, he always thinks I'm saying Dom. I'm saying Dom. I don't know. Fat tongue. But
fat tongue.
Dom, we love you. You're the best, man. Big things coming for us. We love you for it. And we would have never met Peter Gary without
Peter
Dom.
Gary. Peter fucking Gary, man.
Peter Gary. Can't really say just yet.
Yeah. That's gonna come, and that's
big reveal.
Big things coming with
big
that.
Reveal. But we love Peter Gary. We cannot, and literally, this would not have happened.
Yeah, this would not have happened without him. He's been a blessing and a big brother to us, and we got big things coming.
Yeah, love you, Peter. Love you, Dom.
Yeah,
love
100%.
you, Jamie, Alex, Ross, Dan, everybody, and love you for listening. So humbled by you guys. Love you for comments. Love you for shares. Love you for the tags. This is gonna be our year, and it's because of you guys and that handsome motherfucker in the Nevin sunglasses.
Hey, I'm gonna bring him out, Big G. Love you guys. Big kiss. Love you guys. Peace.